Hey, Beggs here with Izzet Polymorph in Modern. We have a one-lander mulligan. Oh, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Double Talisman, Cloud Form, Transmogrify, Keep. But what do we pitch? So we have 1, 2 lands that are creatures. 2 Talisman. Cloud Form would be nice against removal because we don't have any counter spells. And we don't have Colony Garden, so it could be like turn 3 Cloud Form, turn 4 Transmogrify on a hexproof creature. So I like that. I like that line. Let's pitch this Talisman, say done. Shivan Reef, say go. Try not to burn an entire minute for turn 0. There's the Colony Garden. That would have gave us the turn 3 Emrakul. Snow-covered forest. Whoop-de-woo. Still going to play the Talisman, so we can have a turn 3 Cloud Form. And we could actually play Colony Garden in addition to that. Give us insulation against a Liliana of the Veil sacrifice. That's the biggest fear for this deck, is you actually manage to put Emrakul in play on turn 3, and they untap for their turn 3, and they play Lily, and both players sack, or target player sacks, and it's like, ugh, there goes Emrakul. So, hopefully they aren't holding up counter magic here. Really want to see them tap out for a creature. Oh, great. So they could counter the Cloud Form. Spell Pierce. We're about to use double blue for the Cloud Form. Interestingly enough, Colony Garden here, say go, leave up Spell Pierce, turn after that, play Nexus. We have 5 mana, and a plant token. That's enough to Transmogrify with Spell Pierce backup. I like that. We're going to discard the Cloud Form plan. I guess the upside is we're going to have Spell Pierce up starting now through their next turn, as well as still having Spell Pierce up during the turn that we Transmogrify. As opposed to, you don't even really need Spell Pierce if you're Transmogrifying a Cloud Form. But you kind of do, because they could just counter the Transmogrify. I like the line of, and the way the mana works out, we would have Counterspell up when we Transmogrify a Cloud Form. However, this is why we're doing it. We just, because Wrenn and 6 could have just killed our plant token here and leisurely killed the plant token. Gonna exile Simian Spirit Guide? Come on. Yeah, that's what I thought. Have to imagine people are surprised when they see the counterspell interaction from us. So they're like, oh, what is this guy playing? A bunch of garbage. And then all of a sudden we interact. Transmogrify. See if he does something. Oh, we don't have counterspell anymore. Yep. Had more than a feeling. Can I borrow a feeling? Our opponent's thinking about what the situation he's in and how he went from having his Wrenn and 6 spell pierced to looking at an Emrakul. He's probably not happy. Wrenn and 6 is fairly expensive. So Spell Pierce was really good there. Swan Song would not have stopped a Wrenn and 6. Dispel would not have stopped it. They looked like a Temur deck, so they could have Bolt. But what is in green and blue? The most premier removal in the format. Path, Bolt, Push. He's only going to have access to Lightning Bolt in Temur colors. He could technically play Dismember and just use colorless and pay 4 life for the black. I think it's really narrow to assume that we should bring in Dispel specifically for that. So I almost feel like Dispel is, we can live without it. He's not doing any fast mana, land mana shenanigans, or storm style effects. No colorless spells. He shouldn't have any Lost Legacy, Slaughter Games, surgical extraction style effects. He shouldn't have surgical extraction, but he could. But he's also not a Death Shadow player, so that doesn't make sense. Void Snares or anything we want to bounce out of this deck. Maybe a Blood Moon. Maybe a Blood Moon. That's probably the only thing I would consider bringing in. Just to turn back on our lands to then be able to polymorph, to then be able to get Emrakul. I think I need to want to see him. He's a 3-color deck. It doesn't make sense that he would be playing Blood Moon. So, I mean, he could fetch accordingly, but it's very clunky. Oh, that's a turn 3 Emrakul. I think we need a second untap land. Because we can go turn 1, turn 2, turn 3 if we draw an untapped land. But we're on the draw, so we'll have a turn 1, a turn 2, and a turn 3 draw to get there. Colony Garden. We have Swansong up starting next turn. If we don't draw the extra untapped land, we'll be looking at a turn 4 Transmogrify, which will give us the mana for Swansong. See, he's going with basics, so maybe we are going to see a Blood Moon. We drew the extra untapped land. Immediately play this. Hopefully he doesn't get countered. Hopefully he doesn't bolt the plant token out the gate. Here we go. Draw spell, draw spell. Counter target non-creature spell, leak for 2. Nope. We have another talisman, but that delays us till turn 4. So next turn, this upcoming turn, we're going to play a second Colony Garden, backup talisman, Sigo. Then on turn 4, Blink Moth, Transmogrify with Swansong backup. Churro. That's fine. See, why couldn't he have tapped out last turn? But then he's going to put a land in play. Let's see if he fetches a basic with that. And that's really frustrating because now he's not tapped out. He has another land. Oh, that's sick. Oh, and I gotta play the Colony Garden here. Because I need this second. That was a leak for 2, so playing 1 extra land means that we could Spell Pierce whatever he's about to do. And then the turn after that, we only have 3 lands and a talisman. So the only way we have 4 lands plus talisman is if we go Colony Garden. Talisman. And when this resolves, yes, now we have Spell Pierce up and Swansong up through his upcoming next turn. And then when we untap, we go Blink Moth, Transmogrify, Swansong, Protection. That's fine, do your thing. Basic? Forest? Forest makes sense. Oh, because he would want to get Uro. He might be holding extra green source. Oh, Field of Ruin. Disgusting. Well, we get a land back from that, so. 1, 2. Is that Charm again? Well, that's good because that means he only has 3 mana up. Oh, that's really good. We don't have a red basic. We don't have a mountain in the list. Oh, that's so brutal. It's like, how did he know? He didn't Thoughtseize us. How did he know? How did he know? And then, yeah, he gets another island. He didn't get a forest. So he doesn't have second green yet. Oh, so brutal. Blink Moth. Talisman with red. We could technically transmogrify here, but we have no mana for protection, so that doesn't make sense. We could Cloud Form and force a counterspell, because we won't need removal protection if our creature has hexproof. We will still need it for opposing counterspells. But it's just twice as likely to resolve without counterspell backup if the creature we're targeting has hexproof to begin with. So not bad. Very well insulated against sacrifice effects, although they're very unlikely in these colors. We have a creature with hexproof now. Our opponent has 4 cards in the yard. Mystic Sanctuary, getting back the Izzet Charm. He has 4 cards in hand plus the Izzet Charm. Okay, with the Izzet Charm, that's 4 cards in hand. So he can leak for 2 here. He has Izzet Charm plus 3 unknowns. We have a hard counter for the Izzet Charm. A Spell Pierce, if he uses 2, then he has 4 left. If he uses 3 of that 4 for follow-up. Oh, even better. Just guarantee that we have what we need. 1, 2, 3, 4. With double counterspell backup. Double counterspell backup. This is a turn 5 Emrakul. I promise you. Aether Gust. What is he? Oh, the Cloud Form. See, that's so brutal. Oh man, this might not work. Well, it might. Oh, that's so brutal. I didn't expect exactly an Aether Gust. So we have to Swan Song here. Then he plays Izzet Charm as a counterspell, but we can just pay the 2. Swan Song? So now what? It's just good. Beautiful. See, and that's what I figured. I knew he had the Izzet Charm because he picked it up with Mystic Sanctuary, but whew. What a sweat. What a sweat. See, now what is he going to have? Like Cryptic over and over again? Draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards. Yeah, we just let that through. That doesn't stop what we have planned. And he has exactly 4 blue, so he could Cryptic. But we have Spell Pierce. Little does he know, we still have the Spell Pierce. And he's already tapped 2 mana. Even if he plays 1 more land, that's only 5. 4 for the Cryptic, only 1 left. Spell Pierceable. So as much as he would like to Cryptic here, we're not going to let it happen. At the upkeep, he probably Cryptics. Then we Spell Pierce, and then he concedes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's why he hasn't left the upkeep yet. It's either that or he's just going to concede now. It's like we have 1 card. What are the odds? It's exactly interaction. What are the odds? Like, come on, man. Yep, 1, 2, 3. And this is just buying him a turn anyways. There you go. Let's go to the sideboard. Dispel is going to be really helpful here. Oh, I think I just won the match, the lobby. I just won the match straight up anyways. Yes. Yes. So good. So good. Oh. Man, it feels good. Euro. What does an euro cost? See now, tell me, baby girl, because I need to know. Churro. Oh. Okay. That's cute. 73 bucks. 116 for the promo. That's cute. That's cute. There's a Mutavaults I've been thinking about buying. Oh, man, that's cute. Nothing to say, huh? Crane operator, 84. He was born in 84 and he's a crane operator and he likes to play Magic. Interesting. Well, I guess he must get paid like $28, $30 an hour to be a crane operator, and he uses that to parlay that into an expensive Magic Online collection. And here we are. He never got the second Forest. He never got the second Green Source. I was really worried about a Blood Moon this matchup, and for game 3 I would have brought in Void Snares to bounce a Blood Moon back to the hand, to be able to activate my man lands, to be able to polymorph them into an Emrakul. So I had a contingency plan backup in the event that happened. Oh man, that was so good. That was so good. I mean, sometimes you just you oh man, and it's not like we bumbled into that. We didn't bumble into that. We had a bunch of counter spells and we played them so well. We played so solidly. Like, we didn't bumble into that. That wasn't an accident. We didn't just turn cards over on the top of our library until we hit an Emrakul. Like, we put ourselves in a position to do what we did. And it took skill, and it took the pilot. It wasn't the deck, it was the pilot. So, really good games, really good match. I'm really proud of the deck. Thanks for checking it out. Be sure to +1 the deck here on Tapped Out, and I will see you guys in the next one.